2027. The plan encapsulates the shared and collective developmental aspirations of the citizens of Kitui. On my election and assumption of office as governor in August 2022, I pledged to diligently work towards my vision of transforming our county into a prosperous county with vibrant rural and urban economies whose people enjoy a high quality of life. These aspirations will be delivered through an elaborate 16-point agenda as spelled out in my election manifesto, which we have christened the Kitui Promise. The 16-point agenda is summarized by 6 pillars in the Kitui CIDP, which include 1. Food security, 2. Water access, 3. Health care, 4. Aggregation and industrial parks, which represent industrialization, 5. Skilled human capital, starting with that which county governments are responsible for, that is the ECD level of education and vocational training centers, and 6. Urban development. We have collectively assessed our needs through extensive multi-stakeholder consultative forums to arrive at consensus on priority areas on which public and private investments can focus on in the next 5 years. On pillar number 1, which focuses on food security, I wish to state Kitui County is among the arid and semi-arid counties in Kenya, which are inflicted by frequent droughts, resulting in widespread food insecurity, poverty, and a decline in livestock herd sizes. Agriculture still remains the main economic activity carried out in Kitui County. Hence, my government plans to undertake the following programs in support of the food security pillar. 1. Seed distribution. Seed distribution and horticulture production promotion by supporting farmers with pesticides and seeds at an estimated cost of 43 million the next 5 years, and establishing a community crop seeds bank at a cost of 5 million will be undertaken. Also, we will endeavor to purchase assorted purchase seeds at a cost of 30 million. Number 2, extension services. We will ensure there are extension services which will buttress our agricultural efforts through training, which will ensure training of farmers on modern farming and agribusiness, and this is expected to take or to cost an estimated 153 million. We'll also build the capacity of the agricultural extension services staff. We'll also work towards securing 2 well-maintained and managed farm tractors for each ward. Number 3, and this is not exhaustive, these are some of the things we'll do. Number 3 is to ensure post-harvest management and grain storage by our farmers is undertaken by installing cold rooms in key market centers, and this is estimated to cost 30 million for the next 5 years. On the second pillar, that is on water access, Access to water is the most basic human need for health and well-being. According to the United Nations, billions of people will lack access to these basic services in 2030. By 2030, unless progress is increased 4 times of what it is currently. Demand for water is rising owing to rapid population growth, urbanization, and increasing water needs for agriculture, industry, and energy sectors. The demand for water has outpaced population growth, and half the world's population is already experiencing severe water scarcity at least 1 month a year. Water scarcity is projected to increase with the rise of global temperatures as a result of climate change. Kitui County being located in an arid and semi-arid region, my government, in collaboration with the national government, ministries, departments, and agencies, will undertake the following things. One of them has already been mentioned, some of the things we'll do together with the national government. For example, partnering to ensure dams are constructed. A good example is the Grand Falls Dam, which is between the Rakanithi and the Kitui County, and which will cost a whooping, and I want to repeat, a whooping 425 billion Kenya shillings. And that will result in other subsectors also thriving very well. We have the Thoke Dam, which lies between Kitui and Makueni County. We have Huma Dam here, which has been prioritized and it has been advertised. Environmental impact assessment is ongoing, and contractors have been invited, and about 250 million Kenya shillings has been set aside. We have the Masinga Kitui Water Project, 200 million shillings has been allocated to ensure that water intake and some of the old infrastructure is modernized, so that we can have more water coming here and others going to Masinga area of Machakos, and many others. We have the Kiambere Mwingi Water Project. The Italian government has been requested by the Kenya government also to ensure phase 2 is funded on that project. The one which is there is phase 1. Also, we have another water project which is going to be funded by the Spanish government, and negotiations are at a very advanced stage, and that is the Kindaruma, Kiomo, Chedani, Mwingi, and Migwani water project, just to mention but a few. We have the Kangu water project, which will serve an estimated 100,000 people in Kitui South and Kitui Rural, because the Kanyangi area will also be served. And we will ensure, as a county government, we construct medium dams and mega dams in our wards and in our sub-counties, as well as in our villages, what we call the villages of Kitui County, which fall under village administrators. We'll also ensure the Sun Dams program, which we developed together with the Southeastern Kenya University way back in 2016, is implemented progressively through funding by the national by the county government, and the support of other partners who have indicated interest. And through this, we expect a total of 2,400 sand dams across the entire 40 wards, an average of 60 sand dams in every ward. We also expect to construct 126 boreholes and also to install 340 kilometers of pipeline extension to extend water from boreholes, from sand wells to various locations in our county. On the healthy care pillar, wish to state as follows: Kitui County has the highest number of healthy facilities in Kenya at 308. This has ensured quick access to healthy services in our county because higher the number of healthy facilities, the better access to them by our people. My government, in collaboration with other public sector institutions and even the private sector and even in the church, because some of you remember or will recall even the Catholic Church runs some health care facilities in Uzalendo, Mutomo. There is also one here in town. So my government will implement the following projects in the next 5 years. 1, upgrading the county's 2 main hospitals to teaching and referral hospitals. That is the one in Kitui and the one in Mwingi, which are now level 4. We want to get them to level 5 within the next 5 years. Number 2, stocking of drugs to all healthy facilities, as well as ensuring non-pharmaceuticals and pharmaceutical and medical equipment totaling to an estimated 2.1 billion over the plan period are delivered. Also, we want to shift from curative to preventive or promotive health care. And this is a smart investment. Doing so is a smart investment that will reduce healthcare costs in the county. Over the next 5 years, the county will engage, actually it has already engaged, 2,470 community healthy promoters. Previously they were known as community healthy volunteers, but now they are known as promoters. And the national and county governments are partnering in facilitating their work. Most of you will recall about 1.5 weeks ago, all governors were invited to Uhuru Park by His Excellency the President, where His Excellency the President launched a whole range of equipment for use by our community healthy promoters. And we will be giving them some token stipend, with the national government contributing 50% of the same, and the county governments across the country, Kitui included, also contributing 50%, and our money is already in the budget. Whilst on that, a partner, Catholic community group has assisted us in training all our 2,470 community healthy promoters in all the 40 wards. Each village will be having an average of 100 community healthy promoters. And that's the reason why we have 2,470, because we have 247 villages. Okay, the fourth pillar is on industrialization, where among other initiatives we will prioritize the establishment of county aggregation and industrial parks. And we have identified an ideal location at the confluence of the road which comes from Kitui, the ones which comes to Matu going to Mwingi, and of course traveling the opposite direction from Mwingi towards Nairobi, the confluence there, and also it's near where the road which goes to Embu also is. We have identified some land there where we intend to establish this aggregation and industrial park. The word aggregation means a place where the produce of our people from all the wards and villages could be brought together and stored in cold rooms and also sold or marketed to people in a manner which will ensure it is not bought from individual farmers and they lose their money. And this will help in creating decent jobs. It will increase farmers' income. It will also ensure our county contributes to the earning of foreign exchange, and it will provide a platform where farmers, processors, exporters, research institutions, industrial bodies and government can engage for agro-industrial development. The National Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry, in partnership with the Council of Governors and county governments and other key development partners, are implementing this particular project. To this end, my government will undertake to implement the following in order to actualize the same. 1. Appropriate skilling, sensitization and education to our business people and entrepreneurs for the Kanyonyo Aggregation and Industrial Park, the operationalization and marketing of the county's 6 economic and investment zones. We'll also do that. We have 6 economic and investment zones, and we'll work towards operationalizing these during the next 5 years. We developed the necessary policy framework way back in 2016, but it was not implemented in a coherent manner. We want to do that this time round. We'll also organize one investor conference sometimes early next year, not later than May next year. We'll organize an investor conference so that we can showcase the investment opportunities in our county to attract investors here who can help in creating wealth and job opportunities for our people. We will reinstate and organize, or we have already done that, but that's the way it is written here. We have already reinstated the agricultural and trade fair. We had one a few months ago, and every year will ensure the Kitui County Agricultural and Trade Fair is held every year, and will ensure the product offering is enhanced and widened so that it can attract more people, and will ensure our people who come to the Agricultural and Trade Fair they have something to take home, and they will practice some of the farming practices, for example, which they may learn or they will learn when they come there. We'll also establish annual livestock auction markets, preferably in each sub-county, and also construct storage facilities in each modern market, at least one in each sub-county. Number 2, with respect to industrialization, although what I'm going to say cuts across, is to facilitate the registration of cooperatives per sector. For example, honey producers, we want our cooperatives for that. Tailoring and garment making, also a cooperative for that. Eyes and skins, charcoal producers, etc., etc. Because unity is strength, and when you are united, you can speak with one voice, and other operators will listen to you. Number 2, we'll train and strengthen our cooperative societies through enforcing self-regulation in their internal operations. Administrative guidelines, we will issue those, and application of information technology, and good governance in our cooperatives, where experience, as indicated, is an area which needs to be worked on, which means the people who are leading those institutions, they are transparent and also are accountable to their members, so that their members don't start moving away from the cooperatives. We'll also support the revival of dormant cooperatives. There are quite a number, through partnerships and also capacity building, and enabling them to access finance, also to improve production and marketing. Number 3, on the same pillar, that is the industrialization pillar, we will ensure our medium, small, and micro enterprises are helped to thrive. We will ensure, for example, we have 24-hour economic activities by lighting up our markets like Alundu, like Sekuru, like Mutomo, so that even at 3 a.m. there is light and there is security in those particular markets, and the people who come to buy their goods in order to go and sell elsewhere, or others who come to sell there, they are secure. We'll ensure that access roads across the county, water and sanitation facilities, and merchandise storage are also taken care of. And when we are constructing markets, we'll ensure there is merchandise loading and offloading bays, which are not there these days, convenient border, taxi and vehicle parking facilities, where micro, small and medium enterprises can make sure their businesses and operations are enhanced. Also, we'll ensure facilitation and supporting the acquisition of modern working equipment like fabricated kiosks for those who operate in kiosks, computerized wheel alignment, for example, the ones in Juakali, we help them in acquiring some of this equipment, which may be very costly if they were to acquire on their own. Air dressing machines, we will put this in our budget so that we can help our people. We also train them. We help people who shave, that is shavers in saloons, carpentry and masonry tools and concrete mixers. So we help people and we facilitate them to access or to acquire those. And then the other one is on capacity building and training and scaling, so that people can innovate. Innovation is you come up with a new product, for example, which has demand in the market which you are operating, or you improve the processes which you use to deliver the same products to the market in a cost-efficient manner so that you save costs and your bottom line or your profit is enhanced. Also, we'll work with them in marketing, packaging, branding, distribution, training their human resource, and also training them on financial management issues like bookkeeping and so forth and so on, as well as on matters relating to customer relations and also use of ICT, information communication technologies. Instead of, for example, receiving actual cash, we want to move progressively towards payments which are ICT based. Unalipa na M-Pesa na the other platforms rather than just get cash. And I'm glad most of our people have come to accept even such payments, and also to appreciate you can make payments in that manner. On the fifth pillar, which aims at skilled human resources, our most important resource in Kitui is our people, our human resource. And as a chief officer responsible for VCTs indicated, the world is moving away from mere paper certification. And most employers will ask the 1 million question, what can you do? What, in other words, what skill do you have? We are moving that direction, and we don't want in Kitui to be left. And in this CIDP, which is aspirational, what we aspire to be and what we need to do to get to where we want to be, we want to ensure to do that we train our people across the board. Those who can go to university, we support them, we give proposed support bursaries, they go there. Those who can go to polytechnics, we also support them so that they can acquire skills. There are many skills which are in short supply in this county. For example, if you go downtown and you ask people who are skilled in plumbing, you may not get many. Yet there is such high demand of plumbers. Even when you go to rural Kitui, people now are constructing modern houses which you require the services of plumbers, for example. So that is an example of an area where skills will be required. The other one has been talked about by our chief officer, so let me not dwell on it, and I go straight to the sixth pillar, which is on urban development. And on this one, I wish to state with urban planning, the concern about the quality of life will be taken into account and make the infrastructure and public spaces regulated and properly distributed. Urbanization is a phenomenon which is unstoppable. In other words, it will take place. You can't stop it. And with the devolution, where functions, resources are being devolved from the sender to the 47 counties, and the counties also have devolved somewhat to the sub-counties, to the wards, and to the villages. urbanization will take place. And when we talk about urbanization, don't think about big towns. Even towns which were small, where we had about 2 rows of shops, about 3 shops one side, another 4 the other side. These days, because of devolution and the amount of money which is seeping in those particular local areas, because our vision, don't forget, is to have vibrant rural and urban economies. There is a lot of economic activities there. People are building more commercial facilities, they are building eateries, hotels, residential areas, and so forth and so on. And we need to ensure there is good planning. First of all, good planning. If there is a new town coming like Pabonza, is it well planned? Where should the housing be located? If there is going to be industry, where? Where will water for the growing town come from? Where are the dump sites? The waste which is generated, because it will have to be generated. And when people are living in a certain area, small area, they generate a lot of waste. We need to find the places and plan for places where that waste will go, not to wait until it becomes an eyesore and we start running around. Also, we'll ensure that there is tarmacking of municipality and upcoming markets so that our towns and market centers are dustless. And also, we'll ensure there is we equip and improve the cleanliness of abattoirs in our urban centers. Every market center and urban area, there will be need for meat, and therefore a place where the slaughtering of goats, cows, even chicken and so forth, where should that be done? And that's what we are talking about, good urban planning. And then urban utilities, security lighting. And it's time we start thinking of solar, because electricity can be very expensive, particularly small and upcoming trading centers. And also, as I said earlier, improve water and sanitation services, and also establish refuse collection and recycling centers or management systems, waste management systems. Then in open spaces, we need to ensure we have economic infrastructure installed in those places. Also, the transportation for those areas are safe and reliable. And the issues and the aspects relating to the 6 pillars and the projects which are planned are captured in our CIDP document, which we have distributed. The CIDP stipulates how the scarce resources will be allocated to priority projects and programs as determined by county stakeholders. And this prioritization will be linked or informed by Kenya Vision 2030, the National Medium-Term Plan 4. We started with after Kenya Vision 2030 was adopted by Kenyans in 2008, we had the Medium Term Plan 1 for 5 years, and now the medium-term plan for 2023 to 2027 is already been launched. It's what people call BITA, or bottom-up economic transformation plan, the one by the current national government, the Kenya Kwanza government, because once a government is elected, the priorities which are in their manifesto are the ones which are given priority. And Kenya Kwanza won the election through their manifesto, which they termed BITA, Bottom-Up Economic Transformation Agenda, is being implemented, and because national and county governments are required to work together, so what they are doing and what they are prioritized and what we are doing and what we are prioritized, we have to find synergies and work together so that the people we serve, same people, national government and county government serve the same people, they are served properly. The African Union agenda is called up to it goes up to 2063. Also informs what we will be doing the next 5 years, sustainable development goals, as well as the governor's 2022 election manifesto. And of course, the priorities which our people gave during the public participation for our CIDP. To achieve our development agenda, we shall rely on various building blocks which include qualified and competent staff who are sufficiently empowered through strategic and continuous capacity building, as well as engagement and retention of visionary leadership and governance. We shall endeavor to strive for excellence through proper planning and timely implementation of projects and programs. With respect to collaboration and partnerships, I'm persuaded that due to the many challenges and budget constraints experienced in the past decade, county public funds alone will not be sufficient to realize the aspirations spelled out in this CIDP. Hence, we will proactively seek collaboration and partnership with the national government ministries, departments, and agencies, or MDAs in short. We will also strive to continuously create an enabling environment for inclusive and sustainable socio-economic development that allows the participation and contribution of all stakeholders in delivering the Kitui promise and the forceful transformation of the standards of living and livelihoods of the people of our great county. Such stakeholders include development partners, private sector institutions, non-governmental organizations, or NGOs in short, community-based organizations, CBOs, faith-based organizations, FBOs, academia, county leaders, and county citizens. Together with my team, we are committed to providing effective leadership, strategic vision, and direction. We will endeavor to create an enabling environment for business, investments, and wealth creation, and strive to re-engineer our people's mindsets in order for them to appreciate and work towards unlocking the huge economic potential we individually and collectively possess. Finally, it is important to emphasize that the successful implementation of this CIDP requires the dedication and commitment of all stakeholders. Thus, whereas it is the primary duty of the county government of Kitui to coordinate the implementation of this CIDP, participation and cooperation from most stakeholders will be pivotal in its realization. I'm therefore confident that we will all join hands and work as a team guided by the national values and principles of governance spelled out in our Constitution of Kenya 2010. The county will realize notable sustainable socio-economic development if we do that, and the livelihoods of our people will improve during the planned period and beyond. And that is the end of my speech. And before I formally launch the CIDP, let me say a few things in Kiswahili and Kikamba. Hii kitabu imeandikwa vitu ambavyo kama watu ambao wanaishi katika kaunti hii tumesema tunataka zifanyike kwa miaka 5 na hata mbele ya hapo, kwa sababu zingine huenda ikawa haziwezi kufanyika kikamilifu within 5 years, and therefore a CIDP, although is a plan, you may not totally confine the plan and the projects and the programs for a CIDP within a stated period of time. It is aspirational. Matarajio ni matarajio, kwa sababu wakati watu wetu walienda kuchukua maono kwa watu wetu, walisema tunataka, for example, sandams 2,400 wote kijumla, 60 kwa kila ward. Ukiangalia fedha ambao inatakikana kufanya hivyo, kwa sababu sanda moja ni kama 1 million to 1.1, we are talking well over 2 billion Kenya shillings. If you look at the budget of the county together with the other needs of other sectors, you may not be able to allocate that kind of money to just sand-ups, because you have pipeline extensions, you have boreholes, and many other things you are doing. So the CIDP is a sum total of the aspirations ya watu wetu, na kila mwaka tutakuwa tukitengeneza an annual budget where priorities itaangaliwa, na hiyo annual budget pia itapelekwa kwa wananchi waangalie, given the amount of money which comes to the county government in the form of what we call equitable share, pesa ambayo imekusanywa Kenya nzima, ingine kutoka Kitui ya VAT, income tax ingine inakusanywa kutoka KIT Kitui, na inaenda kwa kikapu moja at the national government level. Katiba article 202 inasema hiyo pesa igawanywe, be shared equitably between the national government and county government. Article 202 haitaji any other entity between national government and county government equitably. Then kuna article ingine inafuata 203 in about 8 sections. It says how that money will be divided, na kitu ya kwanza ni ile inaitwa national interest, na pesa hiyo ambayo imekusanywa ikawekwa kwa kikapu moja, national interest moja ambayo inaingia huko ni debt, the national debt, hiyo inapatiwa pesa, na sasa inapatiwa namna hiyo na inabaki fulani, na county government unapata ingine inaachwa kwa national government, na that is the amount of money you can budget for your development needs. So hiyo pesa ambayo inatoka huko na ile ingine tunakusanya huku kwetu. Na kama wakati huu mmeona members of county assembly wanaendesha kwa wakati huu public participation ya finance bill. Finance bill ndio inasema vile taxes ambazo wananchi wanatoa, ikiwa ni single business permit, ikiwa ni nini, itakuwa namna gani. Sisi kama viongozi wa county tuliamua ya kwamba kwa wakati huu, kwa sababu tunatoka kwa ugumu wa kiuchumi, COVID-19 ilikuweko 2020, 2021, na watu wengi hawajatoka kwa ugumu huo wa kiuchumi, na hata wananchi wenyewe hawako sawasawa kabisa. Kwa hivyo tumesema hatutaongeza ushuru hata kidogo, itakuwa kama ilivyokuwa. Na we hope wakati our MCAs wakimaliza ambao watalete, itakuwa namna hiyo ili wapitishe, na wakipitisha ni kazi yangu kama governor kuweka sahihi ile inaitwa assent, ili tutumie hiyo bila kusumbua watu wetu sana. Kwa hiyo hata ile pesa ambayo tutakusanya hapo tutatumia, na bila kuongeza chochote. Mnajua sisi tulikuwa namba 1 Kenya nzima kwa kukusanya ushuru bila kuongeza the rates, efficiency, na kule ilikuwa inapotea, inaibwa huko tukaziba. Na mliona report, it was there in the Daily Nation, ilikuwa kwa Citizen TV na kila mahali. Kwa hivyo tumesema hata sasa, if we improve the efficiency of our systems, we will still have more from own revenue, own source revenue. Kwa hiyo pesa ndiyo tutatumia kuendesha maendeleo ambao wananchi wenyewe wamesema hii ndiyo wanataka, kwa sababu wakati huu ni wakati ya kuuzisha the citizen through public participation. Wakisema for example in a certain area in this county, kwa mfano Malalani, sisi hapa tunataka an healthy center, uwapatii something else, unawapatia healthy center, ikiwa hiyo ndio priority yao. Na mkiangalia pesa ambayo iko na inatosha kwa hiyo healthy center, wakati mwingine ikiwa ni kitu ambacho hakiwezi jengwa kwa mwaka moja, ile tunaita multi-year projects, kama ile Nzamba, the late Nzamba Kitonga Memorial Hospital, hiyo ni multi-year. Tutaanza lakini itaendelea mwaka huo unafuata na ule mwingine unafuata, na tumeshauliza national government tusaidiane hapo pia na mambo mengine. Kwa hivyo leo, kwa sababu wananchi walisema yale ambao wanataka kuona upande wa maendeleo, leo itakuwa tu kuzindua ile document, hayo mambo yote yameandikwa. Na mmesikia vile minister amesema, ukiangalia pesa ambao sisi kama county tutapata hazitoshi kufinance mahitaji yote. Sometimes somebody can say then that is not a very good plan. Lakini maendeleo ambayo wananchi walipeana yalikuwa integrated, yalikuwa comprehensive, na yote yako kwa hii document. Na hiyo what we call a financing gap ama deficit, we trust will be bridged na development partners, national government, private sector, wananchi themselves, NGOs, faith-based organizations, CBOs, all those we expect them wachangie. Ukienda nchi zingine za nje, utakuta pesa ile nyingi ambayo ilifanya maendeleo inatoka kwa wananchi. Hata hapa ukienda hapa Kitui town, hapa Mwingi town, ukiangalia vitu ambao vinafanyika vya kiuchumi, economic, pesa inatoka wapi? Haitoki kwa serikali, inatoka kwa wananchi. So ndio tunasema sisi sote ni lazima tuhusike kwa kuchangia maendeleo ya hii county. Nikimalizia, ni lazima tuwe na umoja. Lazima tuwe na umoja, tunasikizana, atulumbani. Saa ingine tunapigania uongozi sana. Tukianza kufanya namna hiyo, mambo itatushinda. Kwa hivyo tunawauliza wote ambao wanatakiwa kusikizana, wasikizane. Nafasi zote ya rais, ya governor, ya MP, ya MCA, ya majority leader, ya majority whip, ya chairman wa committee, kuna kanuni ya vile unaweza kuwa majority leader. Unasikia? Na kuna kanuni vile unaweza tolewa. Tunasikia? Kwa hivyo tukiangalia kanuni iko namna hii, tafadhali tukubali. Okay? Na wale wanatakiwa kusema kanuni iko namna hii, waseme hivyo, ili tuepuke kusort out mambo mengine kwa koti. Because mkienda kotini, you have started dividing one another and you are taking camps. Na camps hazitatusaidia. We at the county executive, we have a vested interest in a stable county assembly. Because if the county assembly is not stable, now there is squabbling, whatever you are doing at the county executive pia itakuwa affected. Kwa hivyo tunawaomba viongozi wa pande hii ya county assembly, tafadhalini mkubaliane, ama mkiona inafaa muite watu wengine mkae nao pamoja, hiyo inaweza fanyika. Saa ingine inakuwa vizuri wengine tusiingilie sana, lakini inaweza fika mahali hata sisi tuwaite. Ukiitana Ali, unaweza kuambiwa umeingia tu hali, na watu wenyewe wanaweza sikizana. Kwa hivyo tunaomba wale ambao wasikizane. Competition ni kawaida kila mahali, na kugongana hapa na pale ni kawaida kila mahali, lakini cha muhimu ni kusikizana wakati wote, ili msikose ile inaitwa focus. Okay? Hiyo ndio nataka kusema hapo, kwa sababu tulikuwa hapa na siwezi mimi kama governor kuweka kichwa yangu kwa mchanga niseme hiyo sikuona. Si nyinyi mliona? Hiyo tunawauliza, tafadhali sikizeni. Kuna kanuni ya how you can become whatever and how you can be removed. Both of them are there. Okay? Na kwa hayo, Mungu awabariki. God bless you all. God bless Kitui County, and God bless our country, Kenya.
Makofi.
Sasa tutaelekezwa vile tutazindua hii master of ceremony.
Yes, sir.
tueleze what do we do next? Over to you.
Asante, His Excellency the Governor. You'll be joined by the Deputy Governor, CC Finance, County Commissioner, Mheshimiwa Mwenzi,